Hello ma'am, good afternoon. This is my presentation or defense for CMSC 131 Lab 1. The problem is when the smallest of three consecutive odd integers is added to 4 times the largest, it produces a result 729 more than 4 times the middle integer. Find the numbers and check your answers. So first I tried to solve this manually by hand. So this is what I came up with, ma'am. So first, since nakasulat na tatlong integers, so given an integer x, this would be my first integer. Then the second integer would be x plus 2. The reason for this is because it is stated that they should be consecutive odd. So kung x plus 1, that means there's a chance na hindi siya magiging odd. Like for example, 1 plus x plus 1 is equals to 2, which means the second integer would no longer be odd, it would be even. So kailangan naka-x plus 2 siya. By that same logic, dapat yung largest na third consecutive integer should be also x plus 4 so that odd pa rin yung kanyang outcome sa huli. So then, given yung ganitong problem, I came up with this solution. Yung nakasulat dito muna, when the smallest of three consecutive integers is added to 4, that means x, the smallest integer, plus 4, then times the largest, that means x plus 4 times the quantity of the largest, which is currently x plus 4. It produces a result 729 more than 4 times the middle integer. The middle integer x plus 2 times 4 greater than 729, so we just place 729 here. By doing basic algebra and combining like terms, yung final na solution na sagot would be 721. This would become the smallest consecutive odd integer. Then by plugging 721 to x, 721 plus 2 would be 723 for the middle. 721 plus 4 would become 725 for the largest. Now, the next na gagawin would be to create a program that would find the numbers and check the answer. So this is what I came up with. This is just comments. Within segment data would be the output strings and the prompt. The output strings, like this prints the problem, and this prints the three consecutive odd integers later. So this is where I store my variables. Foo is a variable that it's temporary variable that I will use later. Res would be the final answer. Num1 for the first integer, num2 for the second integer, num3 for the final integer. Now then, this is what yung next kong dapat na gagawin would be to implement the problem in code. So by doing that, we just take the solution from here and just place it like this. So this is what it looks like. Smallest added to 4 times the largest is equals to the middle integer times 4 plus 729. So parang ganito yung tsura niya, ma'am. So yung ginawa ko, ma'am, na logic is that since we know na yung sagot natin would be 721, 723, and 725, but we need to prove na ganun dapat. So meron ako gumawa ko ng counter na from 1 to 1,000. From 1 to 1,000, mag-check siya kung which numbers apply to that problem. So yun yung ginawa ko muna. I made a loop gamit yung EBX and ECX registers. So they would start from 1,000. Yung ECX would be the counter register, whereas EBX, ito yung current value or yung current na test case for the smallest integer. I would place it to EBX, passing counter to ECX. So within the loop, yung current value na nasa loob ng EBX, I would place it into EAX. Tapos the value within AX ipapasok ko to foo, which is a temporary variable. Then we would now try to solve the problem by applying the solution. So yung una nating solve would be this one right here in the left side of the equal sign, x plus 4. So it would just simply, or it would just simply be the largest odd integer. So I would just simply add it, yung current value ng AX, so just simply add it to 4. So nakuha na siya. Then we would now multiply the largest odd integer by 4 since yung nakasulat doon. So ganito na yung nasakop niya. I used imul instead of mul. Pause after na. Next, we would add the combination, the final result of this. It would then be added by the smallest integer, which is currently contained in foo, because that is the temporary variable for the smallest integer. So nakuha na finally yung sagot in this side of the equation, sa left side. We would then place it to the variable res. We would use res later for comparing. Next naman ay we would reset naman tapos yung AX by resetting the value within AX to the smallest integer once again. So for example, yung ginawa ko na mag-reset siya ulit so that magiging mababalik ulit siya to normal, so that we can check the right side naman. Next, we will check within dito, which is the middle integer, which is x plus 2. So we would just add AX to 2. Then we would multiply it by 4. So nakuha na ganyan. Then after that, we would simply add it overall to 729. Like this. After that, we would subtract the current value nandito sa AX, nakuha sa right side of the equation. We would subtract it with the value contained in res. Subtracting AX to res, comparing the recent result contained in AX to the previous result in the left side equation located in res. So kung after that, kung yung current na sagot would be 0, meron siya dito. If ZF is set, that would mean the answer of the subtraction is 0. That means AX is equals to res. That means equal on both sides. That means the solution is true. At sya nahanap na natin yung answer na yun. Or AX minus res is equals to 0. If ZF is set, then we would now jump to then block. So kung naging 0 na kung equal sila at saka 0 yung final na yung result nila dalawa, we would then go to then block. Else, if not, we would just subtract EBX. Like for example, currently 1,000 siya. So kung hindi 1,000 yung kung hindi nag-apply yung 1,000 dito, we would just subtract it to 1. So maging 999. Then loop start once again. And then the process repeats. Ulit-ulit until umabot siya sa 721, because we know nasa 721 naman siya magiging tama in the end. But this is just used for checking para lang malaman na from 1 to 1,000 this is the way to find kung 721 mismo talaga yung sagot. Within then block naman, yung current value na foo, which is kung sakto na yung sagot, which in this case we know would be 721. So 721 would be stored in foo. So papasok natin sa AX. Then pasok natin yung AX to num1, and then we would just apply yung kanina nung saan kapag middle integer x plus 2, so we would just add it to 2, and then we would place it into the variable num2. Then kapag for the largest naman, we just add 4, then we add it to num3. This is just printing. This is just printing lang talaga. Like printing the problem message, then printing the problem message. New line, then printing out message, which is answer. Then print string new line. Then we print num1 message, print string, then we print the first odd integer, we print int, print new line, then we print the message of the second odd integer, print string, then we print the value within num2, print int, print new line, then num3, then its value, then we go back to C, and this is itsura niya, it's code. As you can see na ganito yung output, and since 721 nga talaga as stated here, the first odd number is 721, the second odd number is 723, and the third odd number is 725. So this is my way or solution to check if which numbers from 1 to 1000 are the ones na nag-a-apply at nagsosolve sa question, which is 721, 723, 725. That is all. Thank you.